today I'm going to be doing this skull look, and the headpiece is from Party City, and I'm going to be showing you throughout the video what I use. It was a little bit difficult because it's my first skull, but nonetheless I think it came out okay. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's a super simple skull, so keep watching. Alright you guys, so as you can see here, I'm just adding the white paint. The white paint is just from the Halloween store from Party City. It was literally like $2. In the video it kind of looks okay, but in person, like if I were to be using this to an actual event, I probably wouldn't recommend this paint just because it's a little blotchy. But for just to play around and have fun, I think it's great. But I'm just applying this with a flat foundation brush. This one's from e.l.f. and I'm applying this all over my face, all over my lips, and I also did a second layer just so it could be more opaque. Next, I got my fat kabuki brush by e.l.f. and I started to just mattify the face using this colorless powder, also from Party City, which was about $4. And here I'm just gonna grab the black paint once again from Party City, and here you can tell that it's definitely not really that pigmented. It was kind of hard to work with, and then this is my first time doing the skull makeup, so it was like really difficult when the paint just didn't work out. But you'll see later in the video I kind of made it work out. But just so you all know, if you do pick up this paint, it's going to be kind of a mess. But I just drew 2 circles around my eyes, filled them in with the black, and now I'm working on the nose here. So it's kind of like an M shape, and then you just bring it all the way down. Here I'm just trying to fill it in more, and this paint is just not working. So I'm like, what do I do? But I just wanted to get like the rough shape of what I was trying to do. Then I was like, okay, let me use my NYX liquid liner. This is just in black, and this definitely took it up a notch. This totally made it a lot more black, a lot more opaque, which is what I was going for in the first place. So I just kind of filled in my nose, and now I'm just filling in or just outlining the eye area. And then here I was gonna start working on the jaw. So I started doing these lines, but in the next clip you'll see that I kind of erased them from like the center of my mouth, and I just kind of reapplied the white paint again. I left that out because I don't know, it was unnecessary. But I decided that I should work on the teeth first, because that way it would kind of give me a guideline of where to put the jaw. But here I'm just going to be using a MAC black eyeliner to draw on the teeth. And as you can see, for the teeth I'm just kind of doing these little kind of half circles sort of, but not perfect. You want them to be a little bit rough because we're going for a scary skull, Halloween. So not going for a pretty one, we're going for an ugly, scary one. So you can see that's all I'm doing here. And then as I'm drawing on the teeth, I'm kind of just shading in a little bit on like in the middle of each tooth, just so it could have a little bit more dimension, a little bit more realistic look to it. And next I'm going to go ahead and draw on the bottom one. So same thing, just little kind of half circles. And again, they don't have to be perfect. Just take your time with it. Clearly I'm like, I haven't really done this before, but I figured the black eyeliner kind of made it seem a little bit easier. So here I'm just drawing like the top of the teeth, and I'm just following those half circles I've made, and now I'm just going with those same lines. I'm just kind of dragging them upwards, making them a little bit skinnier. when I get to the middle of the line, if that makes sense. So you can just kind of see what I'm doing here. That will give you sort of an idea of what I'm trying to tell you. So just keep going, just keep drawing, just keep drawing. I just look so concentrated here, but bear with me, guys. This is gonna look great. Okay, so here I'm picking up that same black NYX eyeliner, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the middle of each tooth like we were doing before, but this is just going to give you a lot more opaque color, a lot more black, and this is really what's going to start to just define each tooth. So I'm just going to be doing this to every single space between each tooth until I get all the way to the end. Okay, so now with that same liner, we're gonna go ahead and kind of work on the jaw. So I'm just kind of doing this like triangle thing on my, starting from the side of my ear, and then I'm just gonna quickly just fill it in. Doesn't have to be perfect because you'll see how I fill it in later. Just kind of roughly, just trying to get the shape, you know. So just keep doing this, then picking up the white NYX liner. You know, these really came in handy because this paint was just not gonna do it for me. So I'm just picking up the NYX white liner and I'm just gonna fill in the teeth. That way they look a lot more white and a lot more realistic. So we're gonna fill in every single tooth, and we're gonna do the bottom teeth as well. Alright, so now I'm going to be picking this black eyeshadow. This is just from the Naked 2 palette. And I'm just going to grab this regular, just like a fluffy brush. And I'm going to pick up some of the black color and start filling in all of my black areas, such as my eyes here. And that totally made it a lot more black. So I was like, thank goodness for that. So I did both eyes, and then I'm filling in the nose area. So not only did this make it black, but it also just made it stay in place, obviously, kind of like setting it. So then I got a smaller fluffy brush. I picked up some of that black again, and I just started going upwards in the center of each, or not the center, but the middle of each tooth, like in between the gaps. I just started filling in with some black eyeshadow, just so it can give it a lot more dimension, and that way it looks a lot more realistic. And I think this step was really crucial to making the skull look a lot better, because it was looking kind of plain, and the black shadow totally just bumped it up a notch. So now I'm going to work on the jawline, and you could see how quickly that fills in. Just picked up some of the black color and just started filling in. And this totally does not have to be perfect. You can totally be a lot messier with this look, because we are going for a scary skull. Obviously scary things are not perfect, so yeah. Then I'm picking up some of this like brownie tone, just to give it a lot, kind of like a contour effect, I guess. So make it look a lot more poppy. I wanted the jaw to kind of pop, so I'm kind of contouring there, my jaw, down the chin a little bit. So here you see me doing that. Here I just picked up a little bit more of that brown in a smaller, fluffier brush, and I'm just kind of diffusing that black color with some brown eyeshadow, just so that it could look not so perfect, a little bit more contoured, and just giving it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm picking up a little bit more of that brown and just kind of adding it to the teeth, just because we don't want them to be like super white. We want them to look a little bit rough around the edges, you know. So that's what I'm doing there. Then I'm just kind of adding a little bit more black to the eyes, and then I decided I kind of wanted to give my skull some little veins, just for some added detail, and it just makes it look extra scary, you know. So here I just grabbed a super small like flat brush, and I just grabbed the paint, that $2 paint I was talking about from Party City. It actually worked good for the veins. Here I'm just kind of diffusing some of that brown color, and then I just wanted to clean up that jaw side because it was looking a little messy, and diffusing some more of that brown. And then as I was saying, I popped on these contacts. These are just like some grayish bluish contacts that I thought just went great with this look. They totally made the eyes pop, especially with all that black around them. So here I'm just adding some more black, and then I went in with my MAC eyeliner again in black, and I started doing my waterline with that, just so that it could look extra black in there, extra more dimension. So here you see me just adding more black, because you can never have enough black, right? Especially for Halloween. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys loved it. Here you just see me trying to fix my hair and adding the final touches, which is this beautiful crown. This one I got it at Party City, and I thought it just went amazing with this look. I thought it totally gave my skull that extra touch it needed. And yes, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys can recreate it. And happy Halloween. See you next time.